Super Cool Radio!
Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas with Super Cool Radio. People should be familiar with my guest at the time. They're making their second appearance here on Super Cool Radio. They are hailing from Rockford, Michigan. They are a really awesome Christian hard rock metal band, and they recently released their sophomore album, Day of the Lord. Please welcome Revelation Rain.
Oh, thank you. Wow, well, you guys are too kind. Hey, keep it down. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Of course, you guys, thank you so much for making your second appearance on here at Super Cool Radio. And making up Revelation Rain, we have Rob on vocals and rhythm guitar, JT, lead guitar and vocals, Grant, drums and vocals, and Marty, bass and vocals, full band.
No, you're Marty. I'm not Marty. Marty wasn't here the last time.
No, he wasn't.
It was three-piece. We were ZZ Top without zero guitar. Billy Gibbons.
Yeah, we got a full band here. Thank you guys so much. And I'm going to kick this interview off with, I think it's a funny question because I'm really curious. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be?
Alive or dead? Both?
Either one.
Interesting. Yeah. Collaborate. People don't talk about it. So it's like, that's all you got to do. Yeah. Memory block?
I would say mine would be Paul Stanley. Just because I think that as far as writing styles, he influenced me the most in that respect. And then also as far as vocally, I mean, I'm not putting myself in that category as Paul Stanley, but that's what I strive to do. So that would be mine.
Very good pick.
Well, since he chose Paul Stanley, I was gonna go with Paul Stanley, but I'm gonna go with Paul McCartney.
You're going to say Vinnie Vincent.
It's not Vinny. It's Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say Paul McCartney.
All right. Nice one.
I'm going with Jim Morrison.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
My pick would be Buck Dharma, Blue Oyster Cult. Just love his songwriting. I'd love to be able to collaborate with him on something.
Yeah. Doug Dodgers.
Doug Dynasty.
Buck Rogers.
Right. Marking his beard.
What about you, Matthew? Who do you got?
I would have to go with Alice Cooper.
Oh, hey, I got tickets to see him in Detroit.
Nice, with Ace Frehley.
Hey, you know it.
Nice. Yeah, I saw he announced. I saw him with Hailstorm in 2019, and that was a horror show.
I heard Alice Cooper still delivers. He
does.
He's still bringing it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's my first Alice Cooper show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've seen Ace Frehley. Huh?
I've seen him 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And Nina Strauss, I guess, just she's awesome on that guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should be a good show.
Oh, yeah, she's a shredder. She's very impressive to watch in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a great lineup with him, so
yep.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad that concerts are being announced again. You know, like they're coming back, like all of them all at once. It seems like.
Yeah, I'm gonna see In This Moment Black Veil Bride's coming up in October. They're coming to Hampton, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, because that was my thing. I'm like my hobby is I go to a show like at least 1 or 2 a month. Not anymore. But a lot of bands are doing live streams. I mean, like national bands, and they like $5 for an access code. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not like the real thing, but I can watch that concert in my underwear.
It does that.
Good.
No, don't leave for you.
I watch it in Grant's underwear.
Now you're really getting to know us, Marty. Or Tom. That's
Matthew Martin.
I'm all mixed up. You guys didn't say that was my fault.
That's all right. Everyone calls me a wrong name almost every time. It's okay.
That's right, Tommy.
Not like it's like right there or anything. On my screen.
I don't even wear underwear, so that threw me off.
Right.
I don't know whose underwear he's got. Why they're in this house. But anyways, you got some questions for us?
Yeah. Let's keep this interview rolling. Since we're talking about live shows, you guys in April had the opportunity to open for Tim Ripper Owens. How was it?
It was phenomenal, is what it was. Almost surreal because we got to watch him do his sound check, and just once he left the stage, we were allowed to go up and put our stuff up there, and it's kind of like you're walking on holy ground, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it was a tremendous experience and a tremendous opportunity because it was a packed house. Maybe I shouldn't say that. It was a half full house according to the state mandates. Yeah. So, but it was a packed house and probably one of the largest crowds we've ever played to, and they were very, very excited. It was. I got a phone call. Yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah, definitely. It was something none of us will ever forget. It was we were loaded in my gear at the club, and I didn't even look up to see on the stage who it was. And then the person started singing. I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like right in front of the stage, like handling all my gear, my drums and stuff, and I'm like in the presence of Tim Ripper Owens.
Yeah.
But no, it like what Rob said. I mean, we were playing to heavy metal fans, and that was like the kind of people that Tim Ripper Owens brings to those shows, and they got a taste of Revelation Rain. So it was really, really a great opportunity, and very grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely. I was unfortunately out of town for probably another commitment, but it sounded like it was a great time at the Music Factory Battle Creek. A cool venue, honestly. The energy and the Music Factory is always off the chain.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on, but
you close your eyes, it sounds just like Rob Halford. It's just crazy.
I've heard when people see him live. I know he's doing another round of shows coming. I think in the fall too.
He's with KK's Priest now, I guess.
Yeah.
With KK from Priest. And somebody else just. Well, who else joined? It was like a super group or something like that. But anyways.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Rob Halford lately?
No, I haven't.
Seen a picture of him?
I saw a picture of him. He's Rob Halford, alright?
Huh?
He's a little
Just
guy.
wondering.
Oh.
I seen him.
Saw a picture of Rob Halford.
Yeah, good.
That's
awesome.
Stop the presses.
You know what?
Marty saw a
Cut
picture
the
of
tape
Rob
right now, man. We gotta go with
All right, we're done here. I got all the info I need.
We can't stop that. So.
groundbreaking. I got nothing.
Wow.
How do you follow up to that?
Well, how about we follow that up with talking about your brand new album, Day of the Lord? Woo!
There we go.
That's how we follow that up.
There you go.
How was it writing and recording the new album since your sophomore release?
Yeah, well, the writing process was a lot more well-rounded because when we did the first record, we pretty much, Grant and I, before we got JT and Marty, already had the 10 songs picked out. Songs that I had for quite a while. There's a couple of new ones. And then when JT and Marty joined the band, we dropped a couple of those and added one song from each of them to kind of just to flesh it out some. But we've had more time to be together, and so everybody's been bringing material to the band. And so when we went in to record, we had songs from everybody. If you look at the credits on the record, you'll see everybody's names on these songs. And we recorded at the same place with Pete Bass at Soundfield, and he and Marty came up with some really cool recording techniques that I think really augment the sound for this album. That the first one was lacking. As good as it was, the second one, in a way, puts it to shame if you're talking about the audio aspect of it. And I think that the songs are a better representation of who we really are. Because like I said, the first batch were songs that I'd written a long time ago. And these songs that we brought this time better reflect what Revelation Rain stands for as far as winning people to Christ. So I just think that from top to bottom, it's a better album.
Agreed. Really good. These guys can write great songs, Marty and JT.
Yeah.
And Rob too. It's just a well-rounded record. Everyone's got contributions. It's just everyone's stamp is on it. It's dynamite. It's like our finest work I think we've done so far. The first record's great, don't get me wrong, but this one's just we took it up a notch.
Yeah.
To 11.
Yes. Yeah. To 11. Absolutely.
What did you think, Matthew? Did you listen to it yet?
So last night I listened to the first 4, and then I had to switch over. I listened to Aaron's interview for the rest of the night, but I want to get back to it because I can already tell with the first 4 songs, the quality of you guys as a whole has really like stepped up and improved.
Yeah.
I would say so too. I mean, without we don't want to come off as conceited, but I think that all of us have improved. And you should improve. I mean, the longer you do something, the better you should get at it. So I think the songwriting benefited, and everybody's playing benefited, and I think we have a lot more confidence in the studio this time, and I think that shows too.
Yeah.
There were no inhibitions, I would say. And if you've listened to the first 4 songs, you've already got a really good idea as to what's coming up, what's in store. The other day when you did the Super Cool Super Show thing, part 4 or something like that, you played We Are the Night. And that's a song that we've been putting forth as our first single, and that's a song, along with those other 3, that really represent this record. And what's great about that is that's contributions. Just in those 4 songs, you'll see all 4 names throughout those songs. Everybody contributed. And I think that vocally, it's been a lot better. And Marty doing his debut vocal on Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms, he stepped up to the plate. And what's funny is when JT first brought that song to the band, he asked me to put some lyrics to it, so I did. And then we were trying to decide who was going to sing the song. And we were
alternating.
Yeah, we were throwing it back and forth. Not that nobody wanted to, it's just who would sound best singing it. And the one guy that didn't want to sing at all ends up singing the whole thing. So,
and he nails it. He is
I just didn't like what I was hearing, so I decided I would do it. So.
Right. Yeah.
You had to step in to get the job done.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Yeah.
It's a good job.
Yeah. He sent us to our rooms, and
he wanted us to think about what we had done.
Yeah. Well, we never did.
No, on this album, every song we wrote every song together as 4 people. Mm-hmm. That's the big difference from the first record to this record. And, we worked really well together. The songs really gelled nicely.
And that kind of goes along with what Rob was saying about like confidence that we've kind of garnered over the last 9-10 months. That's it. 9-10 months we've been together.
Yeah.
And we look back at what we've accomplished already, and it's like very blessed. But yeah, like what you said, Rob, I'm going to touch on that. With this second time in the studio, it felt a lot more comfortable and loose. We already knew how we all worked together, and we knew the producer. Second time, it flowed very easily and quick. It was another 4 or 5 day marathon once again.
Yeah.
But it was just effortless, but it's good. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. So.
Yeah, I definitely think so, and definitely that confidence, it really radiates it throughout like the whole all the songs I've listened to, and I like it's more aggressive, and it really has that confidence in it as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yep. I think that when we went into the studio this time, there was also an added comfort level because we knew exactly what Pete had in mind for us and what he could do and what he could get out of us. So, we knew what the 4 of us could do, but we stepped in there with somebody that was now a known commodity, and he pulled stuff out of us that we didn't even know was there. And Marty, always quick on his feet, set up cameras throughout the studio and recorded a lot of the recording sessions. In fact, there's a video up on our YouTube where we're recording the song Holy, and it turned out great. You can see that we're relaxed and we're laughing because I'm forgetting lyrics to my own song, but it happens. But it was a great thing.
It was awesome. Marty is very talented when it comes to the videography and all that stuff. He's every show he tapes, and he sits home and
I hate doing
the pains. Yeah, right. Painstakingly, edits it, on his off days, and it's time consuming. It's a long process, and he does it. And he brings them, brings the DVDs, to rehearsal, passes them out to it. And they're just, each one, like, man, you can't top this. And then next week, here you go. He does all those videos, all that stuff. And it's great.
The fees he charges isn't bad either.
Well, we got the discount.
Right.
Family and friends discount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we try to catch you on spot. So,
Pogo, yeah. $20.
Yeah.
No, he does a great job. It's a great job.
Yep.
So we're very lucky to have 4 guys and all distributing different things and songs, and just it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, look for our song Holy on our YouTube channel.
It's neat.
Yep.
It's right there in the studio.
Yep.
It's a neat video.
Yep.
Now, why actually want to talk about that? Because I like the little details you threw in, like when the main vocals were, when you guys were singing, like you actually showed them on the side too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We had some guest vocalists. If you noticed, Jen, Grant's significant other, added some background vocals to a couple of songs,
Yeah.
and even Pete, the producer, sang on a couple of songs, and then we all went in. If you listen to We Are the Night, it sounds like there's 20 people singing. It's really just the 4 of us blaring the vocals. Well, and then Pete as well. But again, it was just trying new stuff, trying new things in the studio to make the songs sound more full, I would say.
Yeah, we took some risks this time, and we weren't just like, too nervous, or we're just gonna like, I don't want to mess this up, so we gotta just do it right. We were just more loose, and we kind of went outside the box and did some experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob brought in a 12-string on one song again. It just those little things like that you hear throughout the record. It's awesome. Why not?
Yeah,
the studio's for it.
One song on there was performed and recorded for the first time on the record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's right.
Yeah.
First take. Yeah.
Yep.
Which was that?
Was that Forgiveness? Forgiveness.
Yeah, Forgiveness.
Beautiful song.
If you've listened to the first 4, it's track number 5.
Oh.
So it's a song called Forgiveness, and Grant makes his debut as a chime soloist. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the road next month.
Yeah, chime solos.
Yeah, it's a really pretty song. We really dig it. And that was the first time we ever played it together.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm planning to finish the listening to it this weekend. And what honestly my favorite song I've listened to is Omega. I love the guitar.
Yeah.
That's fun to play live. That's a really good. That's a hard song. And real quick, I wanted to say real quick, Forgiveness. JT has an awesome impromptu guitar solo on the song Forgiveness, which is he just did it on the fly and boom. We recorded it. It's great. That's how he works.
Yeah.
He doesn't waste time.
Yeah.
Do I need to shred now? Shred. Okay. And he shreds.
I want to shred now.
And he does it. He's not out. So. Yeah. Omega Man's a great song too.
Yeah, good choice. Absolutely.
So I know we're talking about the album and the songs and stuff. So if anyone is not listening to you guys before, what can they expect on Day of the Lord?
Good question. They've never heard us before. What can they expect?
Well, from that one, definitely heavy and in your face.
Yeah, I would say so too. It's kind of a full frontal assault, both musically and lyrically. Because like I said, I think we really honed in lyrically on what we stand for, what we want to represent. The first record had probably almost half the record were what I would call secular songs. And I think on this one, there's maybe only 1 or 2. And there's 14 tracks on this record. So we really whenever we were writing a song, like Marty said, everybody contributes different pieces, and we work on the arrangements together, which is nice. And when we were putting the songs together, we were always thinking biblically what would be a great topic to write about. And when Marty wrote Omega Man, he came in with the music, and once we had that down, he asked me to write lyrics. And he said, I want it to be called Omega Man, and kind of gave me an outline of what he was aiming for. And so when I sat down to write the lyrics, I already had an idea of what Marty wanted. And that's how a lot of songs came together, is like Samson the Lion Killer. It's just, what can we take from the Bible and make it a song? Crown of Thorns is another one. Or Revelation Rain is a song that JT brought that really, I think, epitomizes, that's kind of like, it's the last song on the first side, if you're talking in terms of records. And it's there for a reason. I think it's the centerpiece. And everything kind of branches out from that. And then you've got Holy and Jericho Must Fall on each end. And I think that it just makes for a nice, fluid record.
Yeah, I agree. And this record, I think we had more of a statement to make.
Yeah.
These were new songs that, like I said, we collaborated on and put them out quickly. And, it was fun. It was fun to make. And Revelation Rain, when you get to that song, like what Rob said, that's a heavy one.
We also tried to get that kind of that 80s sound, so that it's got a really big sound in the mix, the drums and the bass, the overdub vocals for the choruses and stuff.
I didn't hear my guitar though. I do a guitar solo, and I don't hear it, so I don't know what's later about.
Well, we accidentally erased that track. It was devastating. We were all devastated. Yeah, he wanted a guitar solo on the record, so we let him perform it. We just didn't record it.
It wasn't really a guitar. It was just like one of those cheap Casio keyboards, but I took one of those old paper towel rolls to use for a neck, but I can't break it. And they're like, no, this ain't I'm like, fine, this is all for the band. What's best for the band.
That's right. But
I'll put it on my next gangster rap solo album that I'm going to do next summer.
Right? Yeah.
I can see that you have an old school like hip hop rap album. I can see that.
Really? You're on board?
He's already got the backwards hat. Just maybe turn it sideways. Turn the hat sideways.
Do I look like Jay-Z there for a second? No, just on the side.
Right.
Do I look all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't got any blame for it.
So a big thing I want to talk about also. So I know we had a very funny story about the album artwork for the first one.
Ram it down.
Yeah.
So how was this creating this album artwork? Did you use any copyrighted material?
No, this one was less litigious, which was nice. Litigious, I should say. Yeah.
Here's a funny story.
Is there? Well,
I don't think it's
no.
The egg?
Well, yeah, the process was the same. Once we knew the name of the record, we knew that what we wanted to title the album. It was just then a matter of finding artwork that would kind of reflect the title. And so after looking at a bunch of different public domain artwork, we settled on this. And I think, that it worked out well. I think it kind of has some continuity with the previous album as well. I think that if you look at the album covers side by side, you would be able to tell that they're, from the same band. And like when I was a kid, a big part of what attracted me to records or buying an album was the album cover. And I remember buying albums without even knowing any of the songs, but the album cover looked cool. And it's kind of a lost art now that most people buy stuff digitally. But for those who still buy CDs, I think this will definitely stand out. And we're hoping, like we did with the first one, we're going to press it to vinyl at some point too.
Yeah, do you have your vinyl record of the first album?
I have a CD.
Well, Matthew, in my hands, speaking of vinyl, this is our debut record that we recorded last summer. We just released these on LP about a month ago. They were made available. Do you have your copy yet?
I have the CD version. I do not have a record player.
You need to hear this on vinyl. It's so much better and crisp and.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, if you get a record player, I'll definitely pick up both. But I honestly, I love the artwork on the new album. I like it. It's kind of goldish. You got the whole world, everything. It just embodies the whole album.
Yeah.
It grabs you. Rob did a great job with that cover and the first cover.
Yeah, I think it, like I said, reflects the title that we were going for, Day of the Lord, and that's why we put, 2 Peter 3:10. And if you read that verse, the album cover perfectly epitomizes what that verse says. So it all kind of tied in really nicely.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. If anyone wants, you guys have copies for sale. Check it out, revelationrain.net. Pick yourself up a copy. I'm going to do that I'm done with you guys. I'm picking up a copy of a CD.
Nice.
Thank you.
So, as you talk about vinyl, as you just held up, how does it feel to have an album on vinyl?
I'm still lost for words. It's surreal. It's like a dream.
It's crazy. When we got the test print, it was weird, but now that we got the actual thing with all the artwork on it, I don't know. It just doesn't feel real.
It feels like it's been a labor of love for many years. It's finally come to fruition, and here it is. This is the reward that we were so patient and worked so hard for.
Yeah.
So,
I know that most of us, maybe all of us, are big on collecting vinyl anyway. But when I was a kid, like I said, I always bought records, and when I was listening to Kiss or Quiet Riot albums as a kid, it was like a dream to someday I'll be listening to an album of my own. And, it took a while, but we finally got here, and that's what it's like. In like Grant was saying, I think just because it's vinyl, it seems to have a better sound than even what the CD has. And I don't know if it's just, because it's more of an analog type, media, even though it's digitally recorded. It just has a better sound. It's got a better low end.
definitely.
Yeah, I've listened to vinyl before. I really like the sound of it, and I remember listening to Black Sabbath albums on my dad's record player, and it just has that extra something special about the vinyl, how it sounds.
Very comforting. It takes you to a place when you were a child, I feel young listening to all my old records. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. It just takes you back, it's a time capsule, so to speak. But back when what Rob was saying with albums when we were kids, looking at those faces and those rock stars on those album covers, that's never going to be. That's unattainable. That's they're rock stars. We're just mere mortals. Well, we did this, and we're so dang proud about it. We're like all this just we're so crying. But no, it's just like a dream come true, and we worked really, really hard for this. This wasn't given to us. This was our hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, not the band.
Yeah.
Don't get confused with that. No, yeah.
They're the band. I like that.
Yeah.
But if you can dream it, you can do it, kids.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure. And yeah, definitely, it's just a really huge accomplishment for bands to have it on vinyl, because honestly, vinyl outsold CDs. I believe in 2019 and 2020, they have outsold CDs, so there is demand for vinyl.
Yeah. CDs are like no more. Nobody wants those.
Yeah.
Except ours.
It's time to bring back the 8-track.
Yeah, they're next, man. Reel-to-reels too.
Because I've seen cassettes. I've seen the Pretty Reckless and Sum 41 put out their new album on cassettes.
Yeah,
I've seen that too.
This year for Record Store Day, Motley Crue was putting out this huge cassette package.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Motley Crue. I just wanted you guys to
Yeah, but who's got a cassette player anymore?
Right.
I do.
I do in my garage.
I have an 8-track player still too.
Yeah.
I have it all.
Yeah. I just love that nostalgic stuff, it just brings you back to a sweeter time in your life,
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about a shelf life though. Like, after a while, cassettes doesn't sound quite right if you play it too much.
Yeah,
Your stereo
Yeah.
beats it.
it's true. They wear out. I know I've gone through a few different cassettes of of the same album or whatever. And that's what's nice about vinyl. I mean, outside of it, if it gets scratched, then you have a problem. But vinyl sounds just as good now as when I first bought the record 30 or 40 years, well, I shouldn't say 40, 10 or 15 years ago when I was a kid. I just love that 40 thing.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
leaving the baby.
Right.
Yeah, but for sure, and definitely, again, if anyone wants to check it out, you guys have for sale revelationrain.net. Pick yourself up a copy and treat yourself. Honestly, treat yourself. Pick it up.
We have a really cool bundle going on right now in our shop, on our website. Rob, do you want to talk about that with the vinyl and the CD?
I didn't forget it. But
well, it's
yeah, we're
we actually really need bundles on there. You look around in the shops. We got a
there's
lot of
stuff on there. There's a lot of stuff on there, and there'll be more stuff coming before too long. But going back to what you're saying about albums outselling the CDs, we've noticed too that the CD has been selling pretty well, but the records have actually outpaced the CDs. And I think a lot of it is because of nostalgic value, but also I think that, again, CDs just sound kind of cold, whereas vinyl has a warm feel to it. It's just it's a whole different animal. And I think people are clamoring for that better sound. Digital recording is nice, it's convenient, but anyone that's ever done recording on analog tape will tell you that they would much rather have that method for recording. It's just it's not feasible anymore. It's too expensive. But even though, like I said, it's a digital recording, when you put it on an album, you're now using an analog method in which to retrieve the music, and it shows, and it's a lot better, I think.
Yeah, definitely, especially like it just has again that unique sound. It has a little crackle every once in a while. You hear it on the vinyl. It definitely it's a lot different. And honestly, last year, since a lot of things were obviously like closed or stuff, I think more people were staying at home listening to the vinyl because you had the time to listen to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Hope everyone's enjoying my interview with Revelation Rain. As you can tell, I am. Great time chatting with them. We're going to take a quick pause in the interview to feature one of my favorite songs off their brand new album, Day of the Lord. Here is Omega Man. Enjoy.
Son of man, you're the first and last. Oh yeah, you're the future, you're the present, you're the past.
Once again, that was Omega Man by Revelation Rain. That is off their brand new album, Day of the Lord. It is available on their website, revelationrain.net. It's $10. Pick yourself up a copy, treat yourself. Now, back to the interview. I believe we got some live shows coming up, if I believe.
Yeah, we have a lot coming up. Summer's packed.
Yeah, we have a lot. In fact, tomorrow we'll be up in Traverse City at south of the Straits, and we're doing a live stream. We're going to play the new record all the way through from top to bottom, and then 5 songs from the first record. So it's going to be about an hour and a half. And then Saturday we're going to be playing in Howell. And yeah, pretty much right now we're averaging what we have booked so far is 2 to 3 shows every month from now until September. And it's very likely that we'll be booked even more shows throughout the summer, especially. But even as we get close to fall and winter, we'll continue to book shows. We always say, even with everything that happened last year, we never stopped playing. We were extremely blessed in that we found places that would allow us to play. We did live streams as well, but as nice as the live streams are, it doesn't, it's not the same caliber as when you play in front of an audience. And so when things started to open up this year and we got to play, at Hot Rocks, even in Warren or the Music Factory, it's just an adrenaline rush that you can't even explain and you can't really experience anywhere else. So we're really looking forward to what we have going on this summer.
Definitely listen to all the great music that is on Day of the Lord, because it's really awesome. Even just the ones that I've listened to, it's really good.
Well, did you see the new video for We Are the Night that Rob made?
Yes.
What you think of that? That was pretty neat.
I like that you included part of the live, live aspect.
I mean, that's our crew that we bring with us. They follow us.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not just kidding. Someday.
Yeah.
But he did a wonderful job with that.
Yeah. When we first started playing that song live, the whole intent behind the song was to have something that was anthemic. That's the point to that song. And so I think the first time we played it live was at Hot Rocks in Warren. And on a whim, I thought, let's break this thing down in the middle and see if we can get some audience participation. And it's one of those things where you really go out on a limb, because had they not participated, it would have made for a really uncomfortable experience. But thank God the people were really into it. And not just during that song. Every song that we played, it was amazing to watch people moshing to Jericho Must Fall. But that's okay. However people respond, at least you're getting a reaction. So
we can definitely work a room. This guy is a good front man. He has complete control of that audience. So
Yeah, I can tell.
Because if it didn't, that would really be awful. I'd just sink down to my drums.
Right, I know. End the show early.
Slide out.
Yeah, I'm not even part of this band. I don't even know why I'm here.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
No,
I'm not with these guys.
Right. Yeah.
But no, Rob knows how to command that crowd, and they were like singing the song right back to us. It was really neat. That is like an ultimate compliment right there.
Yeah. And what's nice too is in the 8 or 9 months that we've been together, the live show that we put together has expanded as well. Mm-hmm. And in Warren was the first time that we used our new confetti cannon, which went over really well. I mean, the guys that had to clean up at the end of the night weren't happy, but everyone that paid to get in was happy, and I tend to think that's what's most important, right? The people paying.
The crowd enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, the crowd enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Everyone, they didn't know what to really think. All of a sudden, this just getting shot at them, and it just makes a big noise, and it's awesome. It's like, it's a party.
Yeah. And, we went on first that night, and then there were 2 bands that had to follow us. And, it's one of those things where, good luck, but it's all right. It's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah, definitely. Like a confetti cannon, that's actually that's old school Alice Cooper trick. He does that for his shows as well, and it's always fun when unexpected that it just goes off. It adds to the live show.
Yeah.
It does. It does. And we're always looking at new stuff because, like Grant said, I mean, two of us grew up on Kiss, and Alice Cooper and Motley Crue, and these are bands that put on shows. And so when that's your background, when that's your influence, obviously that's what you're going to bring to the table. And I just think it's visually much more exciting when you have stuff going on. And, otherwise, if all you're going to do is play really good music, then people can sit home and listen to the CD for that. When you go to a concert, you want something visually exciting as well, or at least I do.
Yeah. We want to be entertained, and we want more bang for our buck. I gravitate towards like bands like what Rob said, the big theatrical bands that kind of just go for the gusto and give you a show of shows that cannot be, replicated. And those are the ones that leave lasting impressions. Kiss has been around for 50 years plus, so I mean, they must have been working for them all this time. Alice Cooper too.
Yeah.
So they never went away. People demand them. They still want them to come back. They still buy tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're doing something right.
Yeah, they're doing something right. And we want to follow that template. We want to, go with that ingredient, that secret to success or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to just look like a bunch of slobs up there. We want to just kind of be right there in your face and get people singing along and have a good time. Things are opening up, so it's now a good time to celebrate everything.
Exactly.
Be alive and be an American. We're free. So let's have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Shot it in your face.
Right. Yeah. Now, the confetti is retina safe, so nobody's eyes were poked out.
Nobody needed a background search, to check on any of us to get that good.
Yeah, right.
I got you. Yeah, I bet the people at the venue are probably like, "Oh, those Revelation Rain guys."
Darn it!
Yeah.
Guys again.
Yeah. Well, we kind of had to sneak it in because we weren't sure if they were going to say yes or no. And of course, the axiom is it's easier to ask forgiveness than to ask permission.
That's right.
So we kind of set it up there, and the guy that owns the place kept kind of eyeing it, and I finally told him it's just for making popcorn. So he kind of just left it alone, like, okay, I guess. And so, we get into We Are the Night, which is like our second to last song, and then all of a sudden that thing's going off, and well, like I said, we were first on, and so we were able to pack up and kind of get our stuff to our vehicles rather quickly. But yeah, it was, we played with two other really good bands. I don't want to talk bad about the other bands. They're really good bands, but we always want to outdo not only the other bands, but outdo what we've done before. And that's why it just continues to get bigger.
There's a friendly competition, we're all a friendly community amongst other bands and stuff, but there's nothing wrong with like a little bit of friendly competition.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not about like competition with bands, themselves, but also it's a competition with your guys, yourself as well.
Yeah, exactly. Your biggest competition should be yourself. That's the barometer by which you should measure what you're doing and where you plan to go. Nobody wants to rest on their laurels, and for a band that's really as young as we are, we have nothing but time on our side. So we intend to use that time wisely. And like we were saying, we're always looking for ways to make this bigger, and not so much that the visuals become a replacement for the music, because we're not making soundtrack music by any means. It's just that the visuals complement and augment what we're doing audibly, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you guys do is definitely, it has have a companion visual effect really well, and it'd be like completely aligned with the song as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And someday we will put out a DVD so people can see what we look like do our live show.
Yeah, we got certain things that we do for certain songs that it's kind of like orchestrated, so to speak.
Yeah, it's choreographed.
Yeah, choreographed. That's the word I'm looking for. But everything's just kind of cute. Oh, well, you do that for that song. You do this for that song. So, people are they're very curious. I'm like, what are they up to?
Yep.
You have to come to the show. Check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone wants to see Revelation Riot, if you're in your area, definitely check them out, and it's going to be a fun time.
Definitely. And all of our tour dates and shows and everything are on our webpage and website and Facebook page as well.
Yep.
And we're going all over the place, all over the state.
Yeah, if you're not following Revelation Rain on any of the social media platforms, definitely check that out. Give them a like as well. Get the numbers up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, what is the music scene like in Michigan currently?
I would say that it's
starting to open back up.
Yeah, I think it's pretty exciting right now because I'm not. We're not a political band, but with everything that's happened, especially in Michigan, okay, our state was a little bit slower for whatever reason to open up than some of the other states. So that anticipation has been building for, over a year now, 15 months. So now that bands are able to get back out there, all of a sudden, like Grant was saying, all of a sudden, every place is booking events right now. And so it's really exciting because we're getting a chance to play with bands that we've never met before. Bands are reaching out to us that, I didn't even know they existed. We didn't know they existed.
Word of mouth is getting out there.
Yeah, and it's really exciting because everybody's ready to finally get back out there and see live shows. So it's kind of the anticipation, I think. Personally, I would have liked for things to open up a lot sooner, but at the same time, because it has been so long, the anticipation is at a peak right now. And I think that bands are smart enough that they're taking advantage of that and they're booking as many shows as possible. There's a saying here in Michigan that you're never more than like 2 or 3 miles away from water. Well, right now you're not more than 5 or 10 minutes away from a live show at this point.
Yeah.
And that's how it is in this state.
DJs and karaoke. You gotta go.
Yeah, well, not all the way.
Not everyone.
Those are needed though. A lot of those are needed, but the live music scene just got like a big shot in the arm. It's like, we're back. We're coming for you.
Yep.
And a lot of venues are already booked, throughout the rest of the year, which is great. That's awesome. People are getting back to what they love doing. We're all big fans of music, of course, so this is cool stuff. It feels normal again.
Yeah.
It's getting there. But, we're ready. I know I can't speak for the other big bands, but I know this band is ready. We got the whole summer just about booked, so life is good.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely sounds like it. Definitely, with all the tour dates you guys got coming up, definitely check them out live. And for anyone like either bands, promoters, anyone, what's kind of the best way to contact you guys?
You can contact us through our website. There's a contact page there, or on our YouTube page, or you can contact us at revelationrainonline@yahoo.com. And speaking of promoters, we've been extremely blessed. We're working with a company right now called DRH. Rick has been phenomenal in getting us exposure, and there's another gal that we work with, and her name is Penny from Sharp Talent, and she's been phenomenal too. She's booked us at 3 or 4 shows. So as much as we're out there looking for opportunities and we're always on the prowl looking for live shows, we've been really blessed in that there's people that are looking out for us as well. And so we always want to say thank you to those people. And then again, our home base, our stomping ground is always Aiden's place in Sand Lake. They've been tremendous to us every time we've played there. And, it's one of those things where we know if ever we need a show, we can call them up and they're going to say yes, because we draw a good crowd for them and they like our music. They like our message. They're good Christian people as well. So it works to our advantage. One of the few times that it actually works to our advantage, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, especially nowadays. But definitely, yeah. definitely check them out live. I know Aaron Kroll was actually at Studio Talk, was the first person who he's like, hey, you gotta check this band out. They're up and coming. They sound really good. And then David Hurley too of the DRA Promotions. He sent me a follow message. He's like, dude, check this band out. And I was like, yeah, no, I just interviewed them. I know they're good.
Yeah.
We last saw you, when was that, last October or last September, Matthew?
It was right before vinyl release, or like you were announcing a vinyl release, and I forgot what it was.
Okay. So
Okay, that was right before the Belgium show got canceled. Remember that?
yeah, okay. So yeah, not real long ago, but you know, it's interesting. Like Grant was saying, I mean, we've only been together 8 or 9 months, yet it's just been one thing after another, which is a blessing, obviously. And like I said before, time is on our side, and we've got a lot in the works. Marty mentioned a DVD, and as preposterous as that may sound, to us, it only just makes sense. It's the next logical step in what we're doing. We've released 2 CDs, so now we should put something out there that visually represents who we are. Because, you know, sometimes people aren't able to make it to live shows. So a DVD would not only have a live show, but we're going to make it more than just that. There'll be like, some, you know, archival footage. Not that we have a whole lot. We're only 9 months old, but, you know, just stuff that kind of rounds out. Yeah, we're going to go way back to the beginning.
Well, Marty looks like without a beard 9 months ago.
Yeah. But always just trying to make everything more than what it needs to be on the surface.
Definitely, I would like that DVD right now, because like I kind of miss like actual like visual live albums. You don't see a lot of that nowadays.
There's no substance.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You know, it's all digital.
Yeah, it's a digital.
Very personable. You know.
Yeah. I think that I think it only stands to reason at this point to put out something that visually represents what we do, because believe it or not, we're already writing for the 3rd record. So we've got a handful of songs that we're working on right now. So we're almost halfway done, so to speak, with the writing process. It just is one of those things where you strike while the iron's hot. And right now everybody's at a creative peak. So, you know, why sit back and wait? The Bible says we're not promised tomorrow. So, you know, do now what you can do, because you might not have tomorrow. So we're always living as though maybe this is the last day. So let's make the most of it. And I think everybody should do that.
Absolutely. We stay very busy, even in the midst of all the shutdowns and corona stuff. If we're not playing live, then we're writing new songs, or we're making videos, or we're you know, reamping our stage production, or we're just always doing something with this band. You know, I think the only break that we ever got was 2 weeks for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, and that was it. Other than that, it's just this is my second job. I wish it was my full-time job. But
one day you guys will get that as your full-time job for sure.
That's the whole idea, man.
It would be nice.
After living on this, but no, we're just so passionate about this band. We're all so like, you know, 100% committed. This is like our baby. You know, we want to make sure everything is. You know, we don't really we don't get lazy at all. We want to see things through and make sure they're right and done the right way, and just couldn't be happier.
Yeah, a lot of follow through, quality, and effort with you guys. You can definitely tell, especially with the new album, it is definitely very present there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
25 songs in less than a year, all originals. That's pretty good pace.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Actually, 26. There's one track that's still left over that's been bumped from 2 records so far. But yeah, it's still out there. It'll hopefully make the 3rd album. But yeah, we've got 26 songs that we can, that we can fall back on. And it's like Grant was saying, this is a creative outlet for us. The whole idea for us being in a band is to have that outlet. And, we've talked before when Grant and I were in a previous incarnation of a different band, and we were doing a lot of cover tunes, and we're not disrespecting anyone that goes that route. It's different for everybody, but it wasn't fulfilling or satisfying for us. And to have 4 people that are committed to creating new songs, like I said, We're already, 5 songs into the third album. It's just, it's gratifying to have that and to be able to bring songs at any time and we can just start playing. So, I don't know. It's interesting to see where it will go, in the next 9 months. Who knows? We'll be a year and a half old by then.
We'll be doing our acceptance speech at the Hall of Fame, Cleveland.
Right.
Wow, what a great 2 years this year. Our farewell tour.
Farewell tour.
I was going to say something real quick, Matthew, about what Rob said. He's right. Like, I would look at it as almost like a waste of talent. I'm saying that in a nice way, because a lot of cover bands are great at what they do. But if you got songwriters like these guys, that can put out great songs, but you're concentrating, you're putting all your energy and focus into doing somebody else's songs in a cover band or cover song. It's just, you're just wasting your talent. You have all this inside you. All three of these guys are just amazing songwriters and musicians. The best I've ever played with. And, I don't want to, as much as I love Kiss, I'm sorry, I want to do my own stuff. Because that's the self-gratification, the fulfillment you get out of it. You go to bed, every night. I did the best I could today.
Yeah.
So, that's really important for us. We don't mind throwing in one or two here and there, but, we got our own stuff that's just as good, if not better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely, everyone's very unique. So, do other people's art. I mean, that is cool. It's a way to make money, but you guys always need to be unique and have certain skill sets that no one else has.
Right.
Yeah, and I'd have to correct Grant. He keeps saying that there's 3 really strong songwriters. All 4 of us are bringing songs to this record. Like "We Are the Night" was something that I had in mind for a long time. I knew, like I said, we wanted something anthemic, and Grant and I were sitting in this very room, and just through our conversation, he kept throwing out phrases and terms, and I was like, that's exactly what I'm going for with this song that I'm working on. And so, putting that all together, that's how that song came together lyrically, was just an exchange of ideas. We're in the midst of a pandemic. We're in a statewide shutdown. What would we rather be doing? Ideally, what would we like to be doing? And, "We Are the Night" was born of that. We want to celebrate. We want to live life to its fullest. We want to bring people with us. We want to play in front of a live crowd. That's what that song is about. And a lot of that was Grant. So he's underestimating himself again.
Great game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he drugged me some truth serum that night, and he started writing down everything I was babbling. Oh yeah, why is how do I get the credit on this song?
Don't ask him.
No, but he's right. He's absolutely right. I mean, you can write a song just from an inspiration. What you see and hear is all around us. I mean, yeah, that is our rally song. That was written right in the middle of all that stuff going on, and we were all getting frustrated. And it was like, okay, well, when this song is going to be about just cut loose, and everything's back open again. Things are quasi normal, I guess, or however normal they could be again after what we just went through. But this is not the life that we're intended to live.
Yeah, right.
And so that's what the song kind of is to me. It's like, this is what we're this is what we're put on earth for. Love your neighbor and celebrate life. It's a gift. It's to be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live it up. And music is the cure. Music is universal. It's the best therapy. That's my go-to. Things are good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God for that.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. Yes, and yeah, just have that kind of I think the game vocals work out very perfectly in that song. It's just it's not just you. You had everyone with you as well, help you guys create this. And it's kind of funny, Rob, you made the same correction last interview with Grant about him not, about him actually contributing and stuff. So yes, I think you definitely contribute.
Yeah. He I don't know. Everybody contributes, and it may not be in the same way, but I think it's always in the same capacity. I think that the levity and the importance that of what everybody brings is equal. I think it's across the board. So whether you're bringing lyrics or music or arrangement ideas, and if you're speaking of arrangement ideas, Marty is probably the king of arrangements. I mean, we bring songs in, and when Marty gets done with them, it's almost a different song. So, and not just his own, we're talking about ours too, whatever we bring in. But it's okay because it makes the song better. And I don't think any of us should have a problem with a song becoming better, no matter who brings it in. It's not about ego. It's about what's best for the band. And when I write a song, I'm fully aware of what my limitations are on guitar. Okay. And I like to say that my guitar is mostly for looks because I'm not interested in being the best guitar player. And thank God I have JT who can pick up the slack because, when he's playing all these great runs and riffs, I'm just strumming the A chord and pretend like I'm doing something important.
I'm dropping sticks because I'm like amazed. Like, what did we just watch?
No, I just asked JT, what key is it in? And then I just strum that string like it's nobody's business. And then he's doing all the good stuff.
You're the master doing it. Well, that's the level. Yeah. That's the level of mastership that's in this band. It's like egos are not allowed in this band. And we have four, including myself. We have four different entities in this band that are like doing the greater good for the band, for the song. And we know that when it's done, it's going to be tremendous. And we get it out of the park every time. It's just, I love that collaboration between all of us, It's just, everyone adds their own spice to it. The whole album, when you get to listen to the rest of it, it's such a, I won't say hodgepodge, but it's a well-rounded, diverse, it's got a lot of different elements in it. I think you're going to like it. You listen to the whole album.
I'm definitely looking forward to finishing listening to that, and it's definitely it's a mix of different elements, and it has that uniqueness to it, and definitely, as I said earlier, it has a more aggressive edge to it. Like you guys are telling people you are Revelation Rain.
You betcha. JP, my man here, has got a song on the second side, towards the end of the record, called "The Ice Lord." You have to listen to it. Yeah, with a name like that, how can you not?
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about Dairy Queen. I found that out.
Blizzards.
Right. I see.
Their ice cream machine works.
No, that's JT on the whole song, singing the whole song. It's awesome. It's an epic song.
Yeah.
And you're going to see this on the Braveheart sequel.
Braveheart sequel.
Wait, he's back?
Yeah. Braveheart in Braveheart at the North Pole or something.
Right. But, yeah, that's how the story goes. No, it's got like a Conan, I don't know, Middle Earth kind of feel to it, but it's really neat. It's brutal too, and you just,
yeah.
So
I'm definitely looking forward to finishing listening to the album. I'll probably do it this weekend. I'll be finished listening to it. But I gotta be finished up wrapping up this interview here. We talked for almost an hour now, even with those few technical issues. But what can we expect from Revelation Rain for the rest of this year, 2021?
What do you say?
What can people expect from us throughout the rest of this year?
Oh, well, how about you just come to a show and find out?
I like that.
I mean,
short, sweet, and usually with daggers, but it's all right.
Come on out.
You will not be disappointed.
No, you won't. They can expect to be entertained. They can expect to really have a good impression of this band. I don't know. They can expect to buy our CD.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that. Oh, yeah.
Get it, buy it. You got it. Cough it up.
Yeah.
You'd have that.
And we may like turn family friendly. If the audience is like, younger children, we'll just have like hot dogs fly out of the cannon instead of confetti.
Or cotton candy would work great.
That'd be great.
Because it'd be confetti-like, but edible confetti would be great.
Tasty. Yes, I like it.
I know, we could make something. You could get some fruit roll-ups and let them dry out. Just put them in there. I don't know that.
I like it.
See your progress. I like it, though.
We just gotta keep me and Marty away from the front of the future.
Right? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just come to a show. We're gonna be playing everywhere this summer and this whole year, and you won't be disappointed. You know, a lot of good times, and just let them all hang out.
You will be entertained.
You will be entertained. If you can't come to the shows, our CDs and album, everything's available on our website for purchase. So
I would say definitely more live shows, and before the end of the year there'll be a DVD and another record, because I think we've kind of set the pace at about every 6 to 7 months a new record coming out. It's one of those things where like we said before, if the creative juices are flowing, you don't want to dam the river. You want to let that keep going and ride those rapids. And that's really what we're doing when it comes to songwriting. Is just this continuous flow of new material.
emails, texts. Here's a new riff. Here's a new song idea.
Yeah.
I love it. Bring them on.
So I think that's what people can expect. New music, and then a live show that just continues to get bigger and better all the time. It's funny, we were looking at old pictures from like the first and second time we played at Aiden's place, and it's pretty bare bones. I think we had a couple of light bulbs that we painted red, and thought we really had something.
Tiny little bands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
We don't care. We just
It was
grab them.
it was really, minimal. But, we continue to add stuff all the time. That's the idea, is to make it bigger and better up, each and every time we go out there. And so, new ideas. That's what people can expect.
And then tomorrow night, our YouTube channel will have the live sound for the Straits from Traverse City.
Yep.
And that should be a real treat. That's our whole album, our new album in its entirety, plus some surprise tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tune into that.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. From what I've heard from the album, I really like it. I'm looking forward to hearing it live, actually, because I enjoy live music.
Yeah. It has a whole different energy when it's played live. It's funny because we record the record live as far as the basic tracks, but even so, it's not the same as when you're in front of an audience. The energy level is different, and it needs to be, because there's a certain pace that the song is supposed to be at. When you're playing live, the songs tend to be a little bit faster. That's all of us, because there's energy that's being exchanged between us and the audience. So naturally, it's us on steroids, so to speak.
It's not only energy, but it's also excitement too. Interaction and excitement.
And it's a release for us, and it's a release for them. They're there to see the show.
Yeah.
So it's a nice trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just have fun.
Yeah. Yes. And if you get a chance to see Revelation Rain live, do check them out. They're awesome people, and we've been talking to them for over an hour now. It's definitely really awesome. And check out, as he's holding up right now, the vinyl. Check it out, revelationrain.net, the new album as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me.
Hey Matthew, thank you again for having us on. This was a lot of fun once again, and God bless you and best wishes, and hope to see you again soon.
Oh, we'll be meeting in person, I can guarantee that. And for Rob, JT, Grant, and Marty, I'm Matthew Thomas with Super Cool Radio. Thank you for watching.